this session, we will discuss about different libraries, different ICT-based tools for online evaluation and assessments. That is one of the key segments in e-learning, digital pedagogy, and not only in ICT-based sessions, in offline mode also we can use these platforms. Whether we are delivering a session in online mode or in offline mode, in face-to-face mode, classroom teaching, during this session, many times we have to interact with our participants, with our students. For real-time communication, there are different modes. You might have seen that nowadays lots of tools available, but which are different challenges in using classical tools. For example, we are working with Google Classroom or Moodle LMS, so many learning management systems available. But in large scale software suites, there are certain limitations, there are certain challenges that we have to enroll our participants instantly. In a session of short time span, many times we are not having sufficient time to enroll our participants to register. And for example, in a session of 1 hour or short time span, we have to communicate with our students. So rather than taking anybody's credentials, rather than asking about their mail details and their registration enrollment, we can directly use some platforms in quicker way. So in this session, for example, I want to communicate with you, I want to interact with all participants. Rather than taking your credentials, rather than asking your mail details and registration with a particular short code on a specific platform, in anonymous mode, we can communicate. And not only for evaluation assessment, we can use these platforms for feedback, for brainstorming, for reviews during a particular session. If we want to get some responses from our participants, then also we can use. As all of you are from different organizations, you might be using some platforms for real-time communication, for e-learning. But again, same problem that in a short time span, we are not having sufficient time to enroll our new participants instantly. So in this session, we will see which tools we can use for real-time communication, instant communication, for feedback, brainstorming, questions and answers, mind mapping, surveys, and dynamic questionnaires. So in this presentation, in slides, number of tools I have mentioned along with their URLs. Some of these tools we will cover in this session because all of these tools are not possible to cover in short time span. Few of these tools which are more prominent we will cover in this session for real-time communication, for assessment, evaluation, dynamic feedbacks, data collection. You can use these tools for primary data collection also. For example, you want to create a questionnaire and you want to broadcast that questionnaire on social media, on social platforms, on Facebook, Twitter, X, and other. So that from different locations, from different geographical points, we can have our data set. So not only for feedback, not only for quizzes or brainstorming, we can use these platforms, these ICT-based tools for data collection, which we can process, which we can further evaluate using statistical analysis platforms. Very first tool, very first cloud-based service that we will use in this session is answergarden.ch for real-time evaluation, assessment, and brainstorming. For feedback also, we can use this tool, cloud-based, no need to install any software. No need to download anything, no need to troubleshoot any service. Simply on web browser, on mobile phone, tab, laptop, or any internet connected devices, we can work with it. Even no need to log in, no need to create account. In anonymous mode, we can interact with each other. For example, in this session, I want to take some data, I want to interact with participants, and we have to collect some particular information, then we can use it rather than any other tool. Okay, in other ERP systems, we have to enroll our participants, we have to take their mail IDs, and then we go for registration, then we send a particular link. So some particular time span is lapsed. We can use Answer Garden for creation of a quiz evaluation module quickly. So at top right, you can see here, create an answer garden, and along with this multiple links available to search any existing query, any existing web-based form or questionnaire that is uploaded, and along with that some other links. So first of all, we will create a particular quiz, a specific feedback module, a questionnaire, very simple question I will ask here so that everybody will be able to respond. Okay, your area of teaching and specialization. Okay, for example, I want to ask in this session to all participants. So everybody is having some particular area of teaching and specialization, and it is not a technical question. Everybody will be able to respond. If we are discussing about a particular concept during a classroom session, we can ask that question. Okay, in which mode we want to put this question, in brainstorming mode or classroom mode? In brainstorming mode, there may be multiple responses, unlimited number of answers. Because if we are discussing about a problem, then there may be multiple solutions from single participant, from single student, there may be multiple solutions. Even we can use these, these tools for collaborative communication. If we want to communicate with our participants, if we want to collect some data, okay, so in classroom mode, one answer will be received from single participant. So anyway, I'm simply activating brainstorming mode and answer length. So obviously, if we are communicating with our participants in quicker way, in instant way, then limited limited length of response is required, 20 characters or 40 characters. So you can see that because in a brainstorming mode, in short time span, we want to collect data instantly. So 40 characters we have put admin password. If we want to secure this quiz, if we want to secure this feedback module, okay, if we want that, if we think that our participants are quite mature and they will not give any offensive response, in that case we can leave it as it is, otherwise we can give it a particular password. Okay, spam filtering on or off. Sometimes in a brainstorming mode in feedback sessions, there may be some offensive responses, there may be some casual responses. So to push back, to avoid those casual responses, we can enable spam filtering on. By this way, casual responses or offensive keywords will be pushed back. It will not be allowed on this portal. And if we think that our participants will respond in a responsible way with ethics in their consideration, then spam filtering off. Okay, so off and uppercase, lowercase. In which case we want to receive responses from our participants. In, for example, they are responding in title case or lowercase. So to maintain consistency, we can put uppercase. All replies, all responses will be received in uppercase in whatever case participants are responding. Otherwise we can put here, we can select no change. Okay, so here to maintain integrity, to maintain consistency, we are using uppercase so that all responses will be in same format. Otherwise some responses will be in uppercase, some will be in lowercase, and it will be difficult to read. To improve readability of the content of responses, we can put it in same format. And you can see local discoverability. What about local discoverability? So you can see on this particular form, all options are available, and instantly we will be able to create a quiz, and cloud based, completely cloud based, online, instantly we will be able to use it. Local discoverability, for how much time this particular quiz will be available on internet, on cloud, for 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week, or hidden. So in this session we can put it for 1 hour. Create. Now this quiz will be created, this feedback module will be created, and as soon as you will send your reply, so if I want to accept your responses, then what I will do, I will simply copy this URL and I will paste in chat window. If we are delivering a session in online mode, then simply we can paste in chat window. So I'm sending this response, this particular URL in chat window. Chat is not available. Is it audible and visible to all of you? Is it audible and visible to all participants?
Yes, sir.
Okay, chat is not available. Ma'am, kindly enable chat window if possible. Kindly enable chat window. I think it is disabled from admin part.
Yes, chat is not available to all of us.
Yes, okay. Kindly, okay. Anyway, meanwhile it will be enabled. I am giving you another option. So you can see that here QR code. If chat window is not available in face-to-face mode, obviously in classroom mode, there is no chat window. So what we can do, we can show a QR code. So dear participants, simply from your mobile phone in your web browser, in your mobile phone web browser, simply scan this QR code and you will be redirected to this quiz. Open your mobile phone, scan this QR code from your mobile web browser, and you will be redirected to this quiz panel. So there are multiple ways. If chat window is not available, then we can show this QR code. Okay, simply open this URL by scanning this QR code and submit your response. And kindly confirm whether you are able to scan this QR code or not. For example, in this session, chat window is not available, chat messages are not available. So what I have done, I have simply generated its QR code, and you will be able to submit your responses. So now I want to see how many participants responded. For example, this. So some responses we have received: IoT, mechanical engineering. So simply scan this QR code and submit your response. As soon as you will start sending your responses, it will be reflected here. So you can see one response, mechanical engineering, second is IoT. So scan this QR code and submit your responses so that we can see it. So I can refresh on refreshing this. Okay, scan this QR code from your mobile phone and submit your responses. In your mobile phone, open your web browser. In your web browser, where you specify URL, there is a code scanner, and with that code scanner, QR code scanner, you can scan it. Is it working in your systems? Is it working? Kindly confirm. Yes, few responses we have received here. Production engineering, electronics, mechanical, IoT. So you can see that how much it is easy. Even if chat window is disabled, even if we are not able to work with chat, I am not able to share this URL by chat window. Still, by showing this QR code, we are able to communicate with our participants. No need to take your mobile numbers, no need to take your email IDs. Otherwise, in traditional way, in classical implementations, we have to collect your mail IDs, we have to collect your mobile details, and then we enroll. No need to create any account, no need to create any login password. Simply in anonymous mode, we are able to work. Okay, so on refreshing, we will be having some new responses. So two electronics, one production engineering. On mouse over, we can see number of participants. What about the diversion of responses? Okay, if these responses we want to export, you can say share. If these responses we want to share to social media, for example, in this particular question, we want to ask some queries related to our research. So share to Facebook, Twitter, Twitter X, Stumble Upon, Wordle, WordPress, in Dig. So different social and blogging platforms are available on which we will be able to broadcast our query. So how much it is easy? Share. Okay. If we want to embed it in a website, in a particular website, if we want to integrate it, this HTML code is given. Export. If all of these responses we want to export to a specific file format, so you can see that two electronics, one triple E, one production engineering. Okay, export. If you want to export these results to Twitter, if you want to take it screenshot, download PNG. So you can see that it's no need to click on print screen, directly in a single click, its screenshot will be taken. Download PNG. If we are communicating with our participants and different participants are giving responses in regional languages or foreign languages, and we want to translate those answers, those responses in a common language for consistency. So in whatever language participants are responding, we want to translate those answers with Google Translate. So it is linked with it. Export to CSV format. So at bottom you can see here whatever responses we have received, we want to export to CSV format, to Excel sheet format. So you can see how many responses we have received. Two electronics, one mechanical, one IoT, one production, one. Okay. So how much it is easy? You can see QR code. Again, if we want to get some responses, either we can use this URL by chat window, or we can show this QR code and participants will be able to communicate. Local discoverability. If you want to change local discoverability of this quiz, of this assessment module, so very easily, in very quicker way, we will be able to communicate with our participants. expand in full screen mode, we will be able to work on it. Okay, in full screen mode, admin, if you want to change this question, if you want to change mode of this particular query, we want to convert to classroom mode, or we want to lock it. If we are locking it, in that case, this quiz will not be available. Participants will not be able to reply. Wipe out, wipe this answer garden. After collecting all data, after collecting complete data set, we will be able to work with export. Okay, so admin, after exporting the data, we can wipe out so that our question as well as that particular response will be removed. Okay, and yeah. So you can explore this portal for real-time communication, for dynamic communication, and without taking anybody's credentials, you will be able to work with it. Answergarden.ch. And if you want to search any quiz by ID, okay, so you can share ID also. If ID is known, then we can search with it. So this one is the ID, and with that particular ID, that specific quiz will be retrieved. So this was the quiz. Answergarden.ch, and for educational or professional purposes, we can use it. So its documentation is also given that there is no need to log in, no need to create account, and completely free. No need to log in. Simply in anonymous mode, we will be able to communicate with our participants. So this is very first platform that we have covered in this session. Now, second tool. So all of these links I have given in this presentation so that you will be able to work on it. Now, second tool we are covering here, that is related to online polling and surveys. Real-time communication with our participants, dynamic feedbacks. If we want to communicate in form of surveys like audience poll, you might have seen in many reality shows audience polling is done. So live audience polling we can perform using poll everywhere, surveys, questions and answers, quizzes, word cloud. So we have whatever we have seen in answergarden.ch, that response was in form of word cloud. Word cloud means more number of participants in favor of a particular response. That response will be in larger font, a larger size font. Participants who are less favorable to a specific response, that will be in smaller font. Okay, and PCI DSS compliant, because many times it is discussed that if we are using such services, whether it is secured or not, we are uploading our questions, we are uploading our quizzes, our participants, our students are communicating, whether it is secured or not, whether data is secured or not. So enterprise level data protection is there. PCI DSS compliant, your data will not be saved, and it is certified by top corporate giants. So how to use this platform for real-time communications, and you can see here its apps are also available, iOS, Android app, not only on laptop or tab, we can use it on smartphones also. For example, we want to install its Android app, so its Android app is also freely available. Okay. From Google Play Store, we can download. Okay, we can download it on desktop also from App Store for iPhone or iPad. Okay, so you can see that 1 million plus downloads, and it's a screenshots on mobile phone, by which way we can communicate. So if we are delivering a session, if we are participating in a particular presentation, we are delivering in a session, in a webinar or seminar, and quickly we want to communicate with our participants, then during the presentation we can have polling, we can have real time communication with our participants. In same way, for iOS, poll everywhere. So it's screenshots available. Respond to multiple activities, different activities, multiple choice questions, short answer type questions, long answer type questions, different competitions we can organize. Okay, so by which way we will work? At top right you can see login. We can log in, and we can link it with different libraries. Okay, first of all I will log out so that from start we can work with it. Okay, after logging you can create account. Either you can create account or you can log in with your Google credentials. So it's up to you. This, after logging in, different activities, any different types of activities we can host here. Multiple choice questions, word cloud, questions and answers, open-ended questions, competition, emotion scale. If you want to get emotion scale value, if you want to get reviews from our participants, their opinion extraction, spotlight, donut chart. So similar to audience polling, we can work. So few of these you see, for example, in this we are working on emotion scale. Okay, emotion scale. One question I will put here, one query I will put here. Effectiveness of online education after COVID. Okay. Nowadays, what about your opinion whether online education is effective or not? So this, so by default its QR code is available and we can activate it. I can, so I have activated this quiz and share. So currently chat window is not available, so you have to scan this QR code. So simply scan this QR code and submit your response. As soon as you will start sending your responses, it will be reflected here. So by which way you will be able to respond as many times as you like. So rather than single, you can, so you can click on multiple links, you can click on multiple icons. So like this. Okay. So copy response link. Simply scan this QR code. You can change responses. Everyone, no restriction. Everybody will be able to respond without login. So for example, I'm clicking on multiple here just for demonstration. Okay, in this way. So dear participants, simply click on this link. Simply open this QR code from your mobile phone and submit your responses. If you want to put a timer, it can be done. If you want to put this query, this quiz in anonymous mode, that is also possible in anonymous mode. In case of anonymous mode, your name will not be visible. Your screen name will not be visible. Is it opening? Kindly confirm whether this QR code is opening or not. Simply scan this QR code and submit your response. Open your web browser, and in that web browser, simply scan this QR and you will be able to work. Okay, so open this QR code. In the top right button, there is link for the presentation mode. In this way, or you can join it with this link also, polev.com slash this URL slash this suffix, and you will be redirected. Activate. If you want to use a timer, for example, for 20 seconds, we want to use a timer only for a specific time span. We want to enable this quiz. We can do it. Visual settings, font, whether you want to give title or not, whether background to be specified. Response history. From response history, we can see which participant responded with which specific response, how many total responses we have received so far. Okay, timer off. Response settings, as many times as you like. If we want to change responses, it can be done. Audience restriction, completely anonymous. In case of completely anonymous, these responses will not be visible. These response person names, screen names will not be visible. Okay, so in you can see now, if I'm clicking on response history, your names will not be visible. Only anonymous feedback will be there. Sometimes what happens, sometimes there may be a particular query on which participants may be reluctant, or they may be hesitating in sending their responses. So in that case, we can enable this option completely anonymous. Otherwise, by default, it will be with screen name and participant's name will be visible. Okay. Is it audible and visible to all of you?
Ah, yes, visible, sir.
And after collecting data, after collecting all responses, if we want to take its feedback, we want to download all screenshots, we can do it. So you can see that after taking feedback, after taking data, simply click. If you want to send all of these responses, this particular panel to authorities, so to our authorities, we can forward this response, we can forward this particular quiz panel. If you want to take screenshots, so you can see create report, download screenshots. If we want to present these responses this particular question along with their responses in form of PowerPoint slides. So download slides, download CSV, share responses, or we can lock it, lock or unlock. So if we lock it, then further responses will not be received. And on click of unlock, we will be able to get responses, or we can delete it. Okay. In same way, another activity, any other activity, for example, open-ended question. Okay, your place. Mention your place. For example, in this session, I want to ask about your place. Okay, so instantly we will be able to communicate. Open-ended question. So we are discussing about some particular part that is very generic. Everybody will be able to respond. Okay, so up to now nobody has responded. As many times as you like, you can change your response. So simply scan this QR code and submit your responses. Simply scan. So activate. I have activated this quiz, and you will be able to submit your response. So for example, copy response link. In new tab, I am opening that response link. So you can join by this also, polev.com/this URL you can open in your web browser, or you can scan this QR code. For example, you want to put here in this way. Moderation, timer on or off. Moderation, response settings as many times as you like. Response history, from response history option we can check how many participants are involved. This one is the screen name, at which date and time, at which timestamp that response is received. Audience restrictions, completely anonymous. And after taking these responses, so test by which way it will be visible. It will be visible in mobile phones in this way. If you want to delete some response, we can delete. Okay. For example, in this way. Send. Presentation instructions, share and embed. So two responses. So screen name, date and time is not coming because it is completely anonymous mode. We can deactivate some options. So without asking anybody to enroll on a particular service, without asking anybody to send their mail details or contact details, directly we will be able to communicate. Share and embed, copy response link. If you want to embed in a website, so simply copy. Okay, simply you will copy it, and in a website we can paste. So this one is HTML code, iframe HTML code. If you are hosting a particular website, in a particular website there is a contact us page, feedback page that we can use, that we can integrate with this option. Okay, and after taking that response, in same way we will be able to take its screenshots, we will be able to download download slides, download CSVs, download screenshots. We can lock or delete. Okay, so different types of activities we'll be able to integrate. We'll be able to work out with this. Okay, so competition, assign team assignment, competition, bulletin board, short answer type question, ranking. If we want to rank, for example, we want to take options from our participants, feedback of some particular content or their elective subjects. For example, mark your elective subjects. So first ranking is, for example, robotics. Second is machine learning. Third is blockchain. And here we can put this, create. So to get elective subjects or optional subjects, to get feedback, we can use it. So activate, share, copy response link, and in separate window I will show you its demonstration by which way participants will be able to respond. So for example, this is first option. I want to give this second option, this one last option, and submit response. Okay, and you can see that up to now, so similar to audience poll. Response settings, allow changes as many times as you like. Multiple times people will be able to respond. In presentation mode, it will be like this. On full screen mode. And how much it is looking professional, you can see. Okay. And finally, we can close this quiz and we can use another portal. Delete. Okay, so we can explore it. Now another portal we are covering here, that is TryCider, completely free. For social media platform like portal for opinions, for real-time communication, trycider.com. No need to create account. We can simply give our question and multiple participants will be able to vote. Participants or teammates or our colleagues will be able to upvote or downvote. Within a website also it can be integrated. For example, here I want to put, okay, effectiveness of online teaching to students up to class 4, whether it is effective or not. In this way, add idea. So I can share this particular URL in chat window. Share and invite. Okay, this. The QR code, I am creating its QR code so that I can show you in parallel. QR code. This is URL. Okay, and I am downloading this QR code. This one is the QR code. So you can scan this QR from your mobile and it will be visible here. You will be able to log in. So scan this QR code and submit your response. If chat window is available, then we can copy and paste this URL to chat window and If we are not having access to chat window, chat access, in that case you will be able to generate its QR code. So you can scan this QR and you will be redirected to this quiz. So for example, one idea, okay, for example, I am giving, okay, not effective at all, no, not effective, okay, any name. So what about opinion? So anything you can put here. No thanks, okay, simply add argument, upvoting or downvoting, okay, argument, upvote, okay, description. Simply scan this QR code and submit your response, and you will be able to communicate. Is it working or not? Kindly confirm whether this QR code is opening or not. Kindly confirm whether you are able to open this QR code or not. Any number of responses you can put. For example, any other idea. Okay. We can add some image, add argument, save. If you want to share it, if you want to share and invite, we want to share this quiz to Facebook, social media, to LinkedIn, we can do it, Twitter, Facebook wall. So to social and blogging platforms, if we want to broadcast it, we can use. Okay, so directly it will be linked. After creating its link, we will be able to generate its QR code. So in QR code generator, you will be able to work. Is this link opening or not? Kindly confirm whether you are able to scan this QR or not. Okay, so in this way, simply from your mobile web browser or mobile QR code scanner. So if we are delivering a session in online mode, we can share its link. If we are delivering a session in face-to-face mode or not having any access to chat window, then we can generate its QR and we can ask our participants to scan this QR from their mobile phones, and they will be able to navigate this URL. Add description, okay. Change deadline. We want to change its deadline. So description. We want to change timeline. For how much time this quiz will be available? So in a collaborative communication, in a collective communication, multiple participants, multiple respondents will be able to submit their responses. Change deadline. Sider.com. Create a new trial season. If you want to create a new quiz, any number of quizzes can be created. Subscribe to updates. So all of these links I have given in this presentation so that you will be able to explore it. If I want to change its timeline, its deadline, for how much time it will be visible for a single day. If I want to use it, if I want to change it, its deadline, its timeline to single day. So this one day, which time span, which particular time zone we want to use. So this one is time zone, Indian time zone, same. It will be in this way. Okay. Subscribe to updates. So we can log in. If you want to save all of these options, then you can log in. Comments, different comments. Link working. So you can see that one comment we have received here, GPC BTI. Two visitors, live statistics. If you want to see live statistics, 3 page views. How many page views are there? In Excel sheet format, we want to download. From which locations we are getting these responses? One verified participant. How many participants are communicating in this particular forum? So it is similar to a bulletin board or forum. Time zone. Add argument. Okay. In this way. Okay. Embed in a website. Invite others. Two more participant settings. If we want to change its setting. Okay. Participants may add new ideas, whether we want to enable this option or not. Whether voting to be enabled or not, voting on or off. So we can enable all options. Spam filtering to avoid any offensive response, because in a brainstorming in open-ended mode, there may be some offensive responses. So to avoid those offensive responses, we we can use this option, spam filtering on off. Share hide, share buttons if you want to hide on. Okay. Protection with password. Choose design, which design we want to use. Create your own design. If I want to use a particular template, specific template we can put here. So you can use this portal, Tricider, and another platform that is mentimeter.com for real-time communication for dynamic presentations. To work with real-time presentations, dynamic presentations, generally we use PowerPoint or OpenOffice. Using Mentimeter, we can work with dynamic presentations, and during the presentation, we can ask some queries. During a particular presentation, if we want to put some questions in between the slides, so entire presentation can be prepared using Mentimeter, and in between these slides, we can put some questions. So we'll see how to work on it. But first of all, we will log out from scratch, you will see. And no need to link your credit card or debit card, because when we use some cloud based service, we have many times we have to link our card credentials. So it is cloud based, no credit card need, no credit card needed. Okay, no need to link your payment method, payment mode directly with your account, with your Google account. You will be able to log in with Google, Microsoft, or Facebook. With any of these portals, any of these single sign on, you will be able to work. You can log in with your single sign on also, with your SSO, okay, with your Google account or Microsoft account. So with my Google account, I'm logging in. You can create new account, but what is major challenge? Many times it is seen that it becomes very difficult to remember so many usernames and passwords. So to avoid that thing, we can directly use our Google account, and with that we will be able to work on it. Now you can see that so many templates are given here. So one template we can open here. We can create a new quiz also. So simply scan this QR code. In presentation mode, you will put. Simply scan this QR code and submit your response. Similar to audience polling. As soon as you will start sending your responses, you will be reflected here. You, or if you want to join this quiz, then you can open menti.com, and in menti.com simply enter this code. So this code I have given 53349433. Okay, if you want to join this quiz and submit your response, menti.com. So kindly confirm is it working or not. For example, you are giving this. So as soon as you will submit your response, it will be reflected here. Okay, 53349433. Instantly, you will be able to submit your responses. 9433, and with your mobile phone also you can join. So how many participants responded? At bottom right you can see 11 participants responded, one thumbs up. Manage results. If you want to download, view results. Okay, in the same way, for example, any other quiz we want to create. Okay, this one is our quiz, and we want to change this quiz. You want to change some questions. Design, which type of design we want to put. So in this format, or in clustered format, in pie plot. What about the layout? What about text size and present? So in this way, no need to create a separate account. Okay. So either by menti.com or with this QR code with the 49433. You will be redirected to that panel. For example, engineering this. It will be reflected dynamically. So you can also try it on your laptops, on your mobile phones for dynamic data collection. New slide. Another question you can put. For example, in another question, in another slide, we want to put a new query. Okay, multiple choice question or open-ended question. In open-ended question, what is the query? Okay, your place. Okay, so 54 20.com 5334 9433. From mobile, we can do it. For example, this. Okay, so some responses in this way. As soon as people will start sending their response, it will be reflected here. So by scanning this QR code, and this one is your previous question, and in a second you will be able to see all the responses. Okay, so you can explore this platform after collecting data, after getting all responses. We can generate its detailed report. From this, simply click share. If you want to share it, we want to share all responses. Okay, view and export results. Invite to edit. If you want to invite other participants. In same way, new quiz or new survey. Which type of survey we want to integrate? We can work on that. Employee satisfaction survey. Lots of templates given. Employee satisfaction survey. 9 templates. For example, this particular question we want to use template. In this template, multiple choice questions along with different other questions available. Okay, so for example, this welcome to employee satisfaction survey. So this type of presentation. For example, on this survey, I'm logging in 6212 and 8513 with menti.com. As soon as some response will be there, it will be reflected dynamically. For example, this submit. Okay. Next. This. So some responses we are giving from mobile phones in this way. Finish. So dynamic presentations, real-time data collection, real-time evaluations we can perform using Mentimeter. How many participants responded? And it looks quite professional.